Çox təşəkkür edirəm, xahiş edirəm ki, mənim səmimi salamlarımı, xoş
Thank you
arzularımı
very much. Please convey my sincere greetings and good wishes to my brother, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Turkey has always stood by Azerbaijan, and when the Second Karabakh War began, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's very explicit and precise words that Turkey stands by Azerbaijan gave us additional strength. This political and moral support showed the whole world that Azerbaijan was not alone and that Turkey was by our side for 44 days. Every day, both the president and other officials made statements, which made it possible for us to complete this rightful cause of victory. Because you know very well that during 44 days Azerbaijan came under a lot of pressure from various power centers. Some countries even threatened us, but Turkey's unequivocal support in such a difficult situation, I repeat, gave us additional strength and confidence, and we are grateful for this support. All the people of Azerbaijan know and appreciate this. As you mentioned, I am very glad that this is already a common approach, a common idea. The strengthening and unification of the Turkic world will turn the Turkic world and the organization of Turkic states into a great powerhouse on a global scale. Because, as you mentioned, the existing powerhouses are in crisis. Each of them is experiencing its own crisis. Our potential, on the contrary, is growing by the day. As I mentioned, it covers a large geography. If we look at the map, we can see that the Turkic world is boundless. It covers a large geography. A growing and young population, natural resources, transportation routes, and unity among us. This unity is natural, and it is underpinned by common roots. Therefore, this unity is stronger and more powerful than all others. In other words, our unity is based on ethnic and cultural roots, and, of course, we must strengthen this unity with practical steps. Today, there are wide relations in the fields of transport, energy, trade, culture, and other fields. Today, security, military technical, and other fields related to security must be in the spotlight, because the processes going on in different parts of the world show that the norms of international law are flouted and do not work. We have seen this in the example of Azerbaijan for 28 years. For 28 years, the Minsk group was trying to solve the Karabakh problem. In fact, it was only trying to freeze it, and the 4 resolutions of the UN Security Council were nothing more than a piece of paper. This is why we secured our rights and territorial integrity on the battlefield, by force and within the framework of international law. But it is also true that you must have the strength to be able to defend your rights. With regard to the Armenian-Azerbaijani process, I can say that we believe that several issues still remain outstanding. One of them is the Constitution of Armenia, which has territorial claims against Azerbaijan. Secondly, an end must be put to Armenia's groundless territorial claims against Azerbaijan and Turkey. Of course, we have already proposed this to the Armenian side, that Azerbaijan and Armenia should jointly apply to the OSCE and abolish the Minsk group. There is no need for the Minsk group, and it is not functioning now. We will not allow it to operate de facto. It remains for it to be cancelled de jure, legally, and this will show how sincere Armenia is. If Armenia prefers to maintain the Minsk group, then their territorial claims against us will be continued. As you know, important events in the direction of defining the borders have recently taken place. Azerbaijan regained the 4 villages it lost in 1990 and 1992, 4 villages located in Gazakh district, without a single shot being fired. This shows that issues can be resolved peacefully. If Armenia had listened to us back in 2020 and returned our lands peacefully, there would be no need for the Second Karabakh War and the anti-terror operation. So this should serve as a lesson for them, and I can already see that they have drawn the right conclusions from that lesson, because the peaceful return of 4 villages to us through negotiations and the determination of borders in that region show that we can resolve issues through negotiations. Of course, at the next stage, I am sure that the Shusha summit will be an important step in this direction, where our unity will be demonstrated and specific issues will be discussed. The heads of state, speakers of parliaments, representatives of the civil society, and all strata of society should work towards making the Turkic world stronger. I am sure that the day will come when all the issues of the world will be resolved through consultation with the Organization of Turkic States. We only show good intentions, and as the Honorable Chairman Numan Kurtulmush has said, our desire is for cooperation and friendship. We do not take any action against anyone. We are not a threat to anyone and never will be. We demand and protect our rights, and we support each other. We protect each other. Turkey and Azerbaijan signed the Shusha Declaration in 2021 and officially became allies. In other words, this alliance is the highest form of cooperation. We are always by each other's side in all matters. As soon as an issue arises, we are next to each other in automatic mode, so to speak. This unity must be established throughout the Turkic world, and then no one can interfere in our work.
Hiç kim ondan sonra bizim işimize müdahale edebilmez.